Can you tell us your name?
My name is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis is the best player in the East. That must mean that Giannis is the best player in the NBA.
Given he was the two-time MVP in the league, this year's Bill Russell, Finals MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
From humble beginnings to dunking on the biggest talent in the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo has done so much for himself, his team, and his family during his years in the NBA. His unbelievable journey from the streets of Athens, Greece, to the pinnacle of the NBA is nothing short of a modern-day Greek god. The story isn't just about basketball. Instead, it's all about determination, heart, and family. It's a tale of a boy who went from selling trinkets on the streets to becoming a global superstar, all while carrying the weight of his family's dreams on his increasingly broad shoulders. Born on December 6, 1994 in Athens, Greece, Giannis is the son of Charles and Veronica Antetokounmpo, Nigerian immigrants who left their homeland in search of a better life. But life in Greece was anything but easy. Growing up in the working-class neighborhood of Sapolia, Giannis and his brothers, Thanasis, Kostas, and Alex, lived a life that was defined by intense, traumatizing struggles. His parents worked non-stop to support their family, with jobs ranging from handyman work and nursing to various part-time roles, including selling as street vendors. Regardless of their hard work and effort, money was always tight. In his early years, Giannis helped the family by selling sunglasses, watches, and other items on the streets. This wasn't some weekday hobby, it was survival. But even amidst the daily grind, Giannis and his brothers found joy in basketball, a sport they picked up relatively late compared to most future pros. Before we go any further, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support is greatly appreciated, and it helps us bring you more great content just like this. Now let's get back to the story. They'd practice with a single ball, often taking turns because they only had one pair of shoes to share between them. The odds were stacked high against them, but Giannis, even as a gangly teenager, had something special, a combination of relentless work ethic and raw athleticism that would soon catapult him far beyond the streets of Athens. Unlike many other icons of the sport, Giannis actually didn't grow up dreaming of NBA stardom. Basketball was simply something he loved, and honestly, a welcome escape from the harsh realities of his young life. But as his skills continued to improve, so did the attention he received. At the age of 13, Giannis joined a small basketball club in Athens. It was there that coaches began to notice that this skinny kid with huge hands and an even bigger heart had untapped potential. Then, by 2012, scouts from across Europe were buzzing about a 6'9" forward with the agility of a guard and the wingspan of a pterodactyl. His game was raw for sure, but his potential was absolutely undeniable. Despite playing in the second-tier Greek league, Giannis was making waves internationally. NBA scouts began whispering about him.
I can remember the day extremely clearly because at that time Jeff Weltman was working with me in Milwaukee. And I remember Jeff saying, "Hey John, there's a young player in Athens that's really gathering a lot of attention right now. We should probably go see him."
And they were all intrigued by this mysterious prospect with the unpronounceable last name.
Who he was.
The summer before, in July, his agent emailed me and said, "Hey, Jonathan, there's a guy here in Greece that you want to take a look at. He's about 6'6", skinny, he's of Nigerian descent. He doesn't have a passport right now. We're trying to figure that out."
And in 2013, the whispers turned into a chorus.
What is your goal for your career?
I want to be NBA player.
With the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis Antetokounmpo from Athens, Greece.
The Milwaukee Bucks, a team in desperate need of a future star, took a chance on Giannis, selecting him 15th overall in the NBA draft. Giannis arrived in Milwaukee as a 190-pound teenager who looked like a string bean with limbs. His English was broken.
So I came here and it was the only time in my life that I felt lonely. I was alone, I didn't have what to do, I didn't know where to go.
His frame was wiry, and he was still learning the nuances of the game. But from day one, there was something captivating about him. He came to the league with a sense of wonder and joy that radiated from his smile every time he touched the ball. Milwaukee fans quickly embraced this 18-year-old kid who come halfway around the world, not knowing exactly what he'd become, but sensing something special.
Here comes the rookie, Antetokounmpo. See what he's got against Thompson. Fades and hits. Good-looking shot there.
Yeah, the young man did a nice job of...
In his rookie season, Giannis showed flashes of brilliance. He wasn't yet a star, averaging just 6.8 points per game, but his defensive instincts, hustle, and athleticism were impossible to ignore. Every time he dunked or blocked a shot, you could hear the collective awe in the arena. He was raw, but the foundation was most definitely there. By his second season, the Greek Freak was starting to fill out, both in his game and his body. He grew to 6'11" and added muscle, becoming more of a force on both ends of the floor.
Ayton's got to square his body up. He's got his shoulder trying to absorb the contact.
It's incredible how many pounds he's put on. Obviously, he's grown a little bit, but since he was
he's grown 7 inches?
His ability to handle the ball at his size was almost unheard of. He was too quick for big men and too tall for most guards to defend, a walking mismatch that coaches could only dream of. We may not have been able to say his name when he first entered the league, but Giannis knew he was on the brink of greatness, and soon enough, the whole world would know how to say his name. It was during the 2016-2017 season when Giannis made the leap from exciting prospect to legitimate star. That year, he averaged 22.9 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 5.4 assists, becoming the first player in NBA history to finish the season in the top 20 in total points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. He was named an All-Star for the first time, and the Greek Freak nickname became a household moniker. But Giannis wasn't just content with being an All-Star. He was positively obsessed with greatness. And that obsession was obvious in his work ethic. He treated every practice like a Game 7 and would spend countless hours refining his skills. He wasn't a great shooter early in his career, so he stayed in the gym until his jump shot became respectable. He wasn't strong enough to bully opponents in the post, so he hit the weight room and packed on muscle. By the time the 2018-2019 season rolled around, Giannis had fully arrived. That year, he led the Milwaukee Bucks to the best record in the NBA, averaging 27.7 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game. His dominance on both ends of the floor was something the league hadn't seen since the likes of prime Shaquille O'Neal. Giannis wasn't just good, he was unstoppable. He could outrun,
Giannis. There's the defensive energy and a flush. Antetokounmpo.
outjump,
Thomas fakes, whips a pass right to the hands of Middleton.
Cross-court passes.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo throws it down as Middleton lobbed it up perfectly.
One of the more.
and outmuscle nearly anyone in the league.
Every time we show up. Giannis.
If he wasn't dunking on you, he was swatting your shot into the fifth row. His efforts earned him his first NBA MVP award.
2019 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the Bucks made a deep playoff run, though they fell short in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Toronto Raptors. But Giannis wasn't done. The next season, he returned even more determined, leading the Bucks to another dominant regular season and claiming his second consecutive MVP award, becoming just the 12th player in NBA history to win back-to-back MVPs. When accepting the honors of Most Valuable Player, Giannis made sure to bring his mother and brothers to the podium. This touches upon another part about Giannis' personality that fans have fallen in love with. He's a strongly devoted family man who cares deeply for his people. He knows how much they have done for him and how he wouldn't be in this situation without them. That's why he keeps his family close and even played with his brothers in the league. Winning is important, but family is everything to Giannis.
No, I love you guys, man. You know, I love you guys. You guys are my ride or die. You know, you guys are my role models, man. I look up to you guys. Thank you for everything you guys do for me. And I want to thank my amazing mom. My amazing mom.
He just had his best season yet, but despite the individual accolades and awards, there was one thing missing from Giannis' resume: championship. But for all his accomplishments, the doubters remained, even after Giannis was named back-to-back MVP. Could Giannis lead his team to an NBA title? Was his style of play enough to win on the biggest stage?
You guys come out, you guys show your support, and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna win the championship.
Giannis, when you signed the Supermax to stay in Milwaukee, you said that one of your intentions was to bring a championship culture here. And here you are, about to play in the first finals game in Milwaukee in nearly 50 years.
The 2020-2021 season would provide the answers. After years of playoff heartbreak, the Bucks entered the postseason with a singular focus. Giannis summoned the might of the Greek gods, propelling the Bucks to the NBA Finals, where they squared off against the Phoenix Suns.
Inspiring, leading, trying to rally the troops.
What followed was one of the most legendary finals performances in NBA history. In Game 6, with the Bucks on the brink of their first title in 50 years, Giannis put up 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks, cementing his place in basketball immortality.
Giannis tries a three. It's good. Giannis Antetokounmpo with his first three-point make of the night.
On the offensive end, catch, finish in traffic over everybody.
Antetokounmpo calling for it. Goes against Crowder, gets inside. Banker won't go. The rebound, back up and in. It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half-century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
The Bucks won the championship.
No doubt, given he was the two-time MVP in the league, this year's Bill Russell. Finals MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis was named Finals MVP. For Giannis, this was more than just a trophy. It was validation. He'd gone from selling watches and sunglasses on the streets of Athens to winning the most prestigious title in basketball. And he'd done it his way, through sheer hard work, loyalty to his team, and an unbreakable spirit. What is Giannis Antetokounmpo's legacy? It's hard to say because the man is still so young with so much to do. It's clear that at 29 years old, Giannis' story is far from finished. No matter what happens next, Giannis has already secured his spot as one of the greatest players of his generation. His legacy includes rising from humble beginnings to leading the Bucks to their first finals win in decades. His relentless spirit and belief in himself are key parts of his story, and he knows he can achieve even more by reflecting on how far he's come. Thank you for joining us as we took a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's legacy as of now. What has been your favorite highlight so far? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you get the latest content right when it drops. Until then, we'll see you next time.